Today I'm going to show you how to get some really high quality audio when you're shooting video on your smartphone with this iRig Pro Duo.
True Sound Studios is in your ears.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Ryan Weezna. We are here at my studio, True Sound Studios, and today we're going to take a look at the iRig Pro Duo. So about 4 months ago, I made my way to the Apple Store to try to find some sort of device that would allow me to plug in all my high-end recording gear straight into my iPhone so that I could capture audio and video all together in one file so I wouldn't have to sync anything. Because I shoot, edit, and upload everything from my iPhone 6s Plus, I really didn't want to have to sync the audio and video separately or even on the iPhone because it would just take up way more time. So after scouring the internet, I stumbled upon the iRig Pro Duo and it seemed like it would be the perfect thing for me. It has stereo inputs, you can monitor what you're recording, it has 1/4 inch outputs, and it just seemed like a great piece of gear that I could use to shoot my videos with. So unfortunately, there was no information about if I used the iRig Pro Duo to connect all of my audio gear to it, if when I press record while recording video, if that audio would replace the built-in microphone on the iPhone. Fortunately, it did, it worked out, and right now I'm actually shooting with a Rode NT1-A going into my iRig Pro Duo and then right into the iPhone. So the iRig Pro Duo is $199, well at least that's what I paid for it. There were some people selling this for cheaper, but they were used. Later on in this video, I'll show you all the inputs and outputs and all the cool things that you can do with this device. So because I shoot all the video here at my studio by myself, I'm also going to show you my custom-made video rig, which allows me to mobily move the iPhone, the iRig, and a studio-grade condenser microphone to be able to record all these videos. So without further ado, let's take a look at the iRig Pro Duo. So this is the simplest breakdown of this rig that you can get. So here is setup number 1. This is like the easiest way to get just a good quality microphone into your iRig Duo and then into your smartphone or iPhone. So what we got here is we have a Rode NT1-A, and this is about a $200 condenser microphone. And this is what I use predominantly for most of the videos, and at the very end you're going to hear me record with this microphone through the iRig, recorded with the iPhone. Instead of right now, I'm just currently using a different camera because obviously I need to use these as my demos for making this video. So we have our Rode NT1-A condenser microphone, and you can use any condenser microphone that you want. The iRig Duo has microphone preamps. It has channel 1 and channel 2, so you can plug into 2 separate microphones into here. On the side is the 48 volt power, and is also known as phantom power. Now this is required to power a condenser microphone, whether it be a large condenser microphone like this or a small condenser microphone. And so what's going to happen is we're going to use an XLR connector, this yellow cable here, and we're going to plug our microphone into one end and then channel 1 onto our iRig Duo, and we're going to plug the other end of the XLR cable into. Now when we turn phantom power on, this microphone is now, as you can watch this light turn, is now activated. Now without the 48 volt phantom power, this microphone does not produce any sound. So what happens is we get to talk into this microphone, we get this studio quality microphone. It runs into our iRig Duo, and we use this gain knob, as you can see the different color, turning hey, 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 hey. And what we want to do is we want to find a good gain setting so that this stays around this yellow color. Red is overdriving, meaning there's too much signal coming into there, and the green means it's a fair level, but I found that if you can get it to stay yellow most of the time, it's a pretty good level of audio coming into your iPhone. So then what happens is it's going to take this analog signal all the way up to here, and it's going to convert it to digital, and it's going to send it through this cable into the lightning cable, and then finally into the iPhone while it is recording video. So it's the biggest, best part about the iRig Duo is it's allowing you to plug any microphone you want and bypass the microphone that's built into your iPhone or your smartphone and get you record this really high quality audio. Now, like I said before, at the end of this video, I'm going to use this identical setup and I'm going to show you exactly what it sounds like. So here's yet another option. Obviously, this is a much more complex option, but this would be great for bands or small groups of people who want to perform and record with all this gear all at the same time and still record it right onto their iPhone. And you don't have to sync any audio or video. And essentially, that is the biggest advantage by using the iRig Duo as an interface. So what you can do is, as you can see, we're going to get signal into these channels. Hey, hey, check, hey. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. And then our iPad, which we just have a piano on. So essentially what I'm doing is I hooked up the iPad, or you could use a keyboard, and that's running to this channel here. And then we have these three, which are all the three different microphones here. And what we're doing is essentially you could make a performance and mic everything up. Maybe you use these two as a vocal microphone, and then use this one for, let's say, an acoustic guitar, and then you have your piano player, and you would play all at the same time, and it would run all through your mixer. And then your mixer outputs would run through a cable to the inputs of your iRig Duo. And then that output then becomes digital and runs into your iPhone or your smartphone and captures all of this high quality audio right onto your iPhone, and it does not use the microphone that is built into the iPhone or your smartphone. So the only problem with all this setup is you essentially need to play and maybe listen through the headphone jack and get this mix to sound as good as possible, because as soon as it leaves the output of the mixer and comes into your iRig Duo, you can't mix it any further. There's no, let's turn down the microphones, the vocal mics, or turn up the acoustic, or turn down the piano or something. So you just want to make your mix sound as good as possible, and then play and then record it all together, and that is going to be your final mix. So this is just another option, and this would be great for bands maybe making demos and don't want to go into a studio and spend a whole bunch of money, and essentially you can record and get some really high quality audio and still record with your smartphone and put it all together into one video and audio file that you don't have to sync or anything, and it is going to sound great and it's going to look great. So this is just yet another option. So now that we have the iRig Pro Duo out, I'm going to show you some of the connections and functions of this. So once again, as I pointed out before, that's your 48 volt phantom power. This is only used on the condenser microphones. And then here, these are audio outputs, and these are 1/4 inch outputs, and this is actually the volume to control these outputs. So you could hook these up to a pair of speakers so that you can use this as an interface afterwards to play back all your audio. So then underneath here we have our inputs. So there's two channels, channel 1 and channel 2, and the outside ring, including these pins here, is our XLR connectors. But then in the very center here you can plug in a 1/4 inch input, so you can plug in a keyboard or an acoustic guitar or whatever else you would need 1/4 inch inputs for. So this becomes very useful if you want to just plug microphones into it, or an acoustic guitar, or whatever you want. Or the way that I use it is in a left and right stereo signal that I run off of my big mixing console that's over there. Flipping around to the other side, we have the direct monitoring, and what this does is if you plug a pair of headphones into here and this is the volume control for the headphones. What you're actually able to do is, without any latency, you're actually able to hear what's coming into these inputs here, and you're allowing to hear it in real time right through the headphone jack, which is really good, especially maybe if you're going to take this out into some sort of field or something to record audio, and you want to make sure that you're not getting too much wind noise out of it. Or maybe you just want to, that's how you're going to monitor and make sure that things are loud enough and you're not hearing junk noise in the background. So up top here, this is the power supply connector if you don't want to use the 2 AA batteries to power your iRig. You can use this adapter plug, and then this plug, this is the jack and cable that is used to connect to the iPhone. So this is the smartphone connector. And then here we have MIDI inputs and outputs, and they come with adapter cables to use the standard 5-pin MIDI. And then on the front here, these two LEDs, this one and this one, is showing you your input signal. So these turn blue when it's first turned on. These turn green when you have a good signal. They turn yellow when you're approaching clipping, and then they turn red when either channel is clipping. This 48 volt LED lets you know when you have turned on the 48 volt switch down here, the phantom power, and that'll turn on when you're using 48 volt phantom power, because you don't want to unplug it before you turn off phantom power, because it could damage the interface and or the microphone. And then this LED is to let you know when you have MIDI activity either coming in or out of the iRig Pro Duo. And then on the very back here is the battery compartment for the 2 AA batteries, and I bought 4 AA rechargeable Energizer batteries, and it came with a charger to charge all 4 of them. And that's pretty much how I use this. Yes, I could get an adapter for it, and I'm sure I will at one point, but it's actually pretty nice to have one less cable in the studio. Hey guys, so you can see my whole studio setup and how I'm doing these videos right now. I have this Rode microphone in front of me, so when I sit down, this is facing me, and it's about maybe 24 inches away. And I got my iPhone, and that's about 4 feet away from me, and then behind that is my 19-inch screen monitor, so that I can see what the iPhone is seeing, so that I make sure that I'm in the middle of the frame and whatnot. I also have the iRig down here so that I can monitor the audio and make sure I'm not getting too loud or even maybe too quiet, and make sure I'm getting a good signal sent to the iPhone. Okay, so one more thing I do want to point out. I know I keep saying iPhone and smartphone, and just to be clear, as you can see here, it says it works with iOS, Android, Mac, and PC. And then also on the back of this package, made for iPod, iPhone, iPad, and then the small writing on the bottom, it says works with iPhone, iPad, Android 5, Samsung professional audio devices, Mac, and PC. So once again, right now, this video is being shot with a Rode NT1-A condenser microphone and the iRig Pro Duo going straight into the iPhone 6s Plus. So I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you can use some of this information to go make your own high quality video and audio recordings. Alright guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to stay up to date with True Sound Studios, follow us on our Instagram page. We post on Instagram every day, and we'll keep you up to date with pictures, videos, beats, tutorials, behind the scenes, and tips and tricks on all things recording. So once again, thank you for watching. I'm Ryan Weezna. We're here in my studio, True Sound Studios, and True Sound Studios is in your ears.